Production.
Tackle about moral issues such as contraceptives, stem cell, cloning, organ donation, and euthanasia. I ask you to comment down below or send your questions.
Are pills and condoms the only method for birth control?
No, actually, we have two types of birth control. We have reversible and permanent. In reversible, we have copper-T intrauterine device which can stay for 10 years, and we have levonorgested which can stay for 5 years. Next, we have hormonal methods. Hormonal methods usually used are progestin and estrogen. And we also have barrier methods. We use male and female condoms, and lastly, the permanent. Usually used are female and male sterilizations. They usually use ligations for females, and that's all.
Do these contraceptives affect the overall health of a person?
Actually, contraceptives have effects. We have headache and migraine, breast tenderness, nausea, mood changes, and hormonal changes.
What is euthanasia and what are its forms?
Euthanasia, or mercy killing, is a termination of a very sick person's life in order for them to relieve from pain. It comes from the Greek word euthanos, which means easy death. Euthanasia has 4 forms: active, passive, voluntary, and non-voluntary. In active euthanasia, it is when death is brought directly to the patient, while in passive euthanasia, it is when death is brought in an omission. In voluntary euthanasia, it is when the person requests for his own death, while in involuntary euthanasia is when the person is unable or unconscious to make his or her.
Clones occur naturally in humans, but how are they made artificially?
Although embryo splitting is limited to the production of only a few identical individuals, nuclear transfer of donor nuclei into recipient oocytes whose own nuclear DNA has been removed and can result in a large number of identical individuals. In reality, due to low efficiencies and the high cost of cloning domestic species, only a limited number of identical individuals are generally produced, and these clones are primarily used as breeds.
What are the deficiencies babies get if they came from clones?
There will be an increase in birth size and a variety of defects in vital organs such as the liver, brain, and heart. Premature aging and the problems with immune system will probably appear too. Cloned organisms taken from a clone might have chromosomes that are shorter than the normal. That's probably because they condemn a shorter lifespan.
What are stem cells and why are they important?
Cells have the remarkable potential to develop into many different kinds of cells in the body during early life and growth. In addition, in many tissues, they serve as internal repair system, dividing essentially without limit to replenish other cells as long as the person is alive or the animal is alive. So there are 3 sources for stem cells. First is the embryonic stem cell, which are derived from embryos. However, these embryos are not from the fertilized egg of a woman's body. These embryos are developed from the fertilized egg from in vitro fertilization in an in vitro fertilization clinic, donated for the research purposes with the informed consent of the donors. Next is the adult stem cell or somatic stem cells, which are thought to be differentiated from tissues or organs of the human body. Third is amniotic stem cells, which is a fluid from the sac of a developing fetus of the uterus. This fluid is extracted through amniocentesis.
What are some reasons for the donation of organs?
Organ transplant is a process of removing a damaged organ from a body and replace it with the donor's organ. There are different reasons For organ donation and ethical issues, first, the living related. Living related is a person of any family member who donates his or her organ. Next is the Good Samaritan. The donor doesn't know who the recipient is and they think that it is the right thing to do. Next is the paired exchange. When a donor and the recipient is incompatible, they look for another and they exchanges which is compatible for them.
Another reason is compensated donation. It is where the donor is compensated for the organ donated. Next is the allocation of the organ donated. This is where an organ donated is allocated in a fair and unbiased manner depending on the patient's need and the closeness to the match. Next is forced donation. It is where a donor is forced to donate his or her organ without any consent of his. So this act is against the law since this violates the human rights and dignity of
Production.